Okay, so basically, this meditation is going to work with in expanding our heart containers to hold the purest form of love after releasing unworthiness and releasing whatever anybody, we may release at different periods of our life and um, you get to this place where you're receiving worthiness, you're receiving love, you're receiving your manifestations, you're receiving all of this good stuff, but our hearts can feel like they're not big enough. They can't hold all of this amazing, delicious goodness that was supposed to always be natural, but in the earth experience, I feel like perhaps that's one reason why we've chosen to incarnate into this earth is to figure that out. Like it's almost like we look down on earth and we see the humans and we think, damn, like they don't know love in the purest form. Like that's not an everyday normal thing for them, for some of them, like, or they don't get enough of it. Like, dang, like it's mind blowing. And so it's like, well, let me go figure this out so I can help them because I want to know what it feels like, unfortunately, because the only way we can know what the other side feels like is to feel it from this end. So having to go through things that caused us to feel unworthy, that caused us to feel like all of that was not okay and it's never okay. We didn't ask for that. But knowing that we're able to heal our heart containers so that we can hold more of the goodness, that's going to cause you to be able to hold your manifestations. So for some, they may manifest their dreams. What happens is they hold it for a period, and then it seems like it either something happens and they're confused, they don't understand what happens. Sometimes, of course, it's because there's something better, but sometimes it probably could be because your heart container cannot hold all of this goodness because of the grief. So we've carried grief in our hearts. We've carried lifetimes of trauma, pain, sorrow, shock, panic, disbelief, and even not even towards us, just like in the world in general. Like we could have personally a really good, amazing life, but you see the news, you see the TV, you see friends, people we love, they go through shit, and you're just like, damn, that's so fucked up. Like somebody has to go through that. So even in that, to have our heart spaces and our heart containers hold the purest form of love so that we can send that out. Like by you walking down the street, you're sharing that with others. You don't even have to do anything. You can just walk into a store, walk into the grocery store, walk into your house, and that is radiating off of you. That's helping humanity in helping their hearts. So you don't really even have to do anything if you don't want. So with this meditation, what I'm going to do is I'm specifically going to be working with um, Goddess Mary. So Goddess Mary is this goddess basically helps master our hearts and stabilize our hearts to keep it stable through all of the shakiness and the pain and the trauma that we've had to go through and we have gone through and that we see around us. So it's going to stabilize our hearts and then it's going to release old templates, old patterns, old beliefs, anything that's been just like stagnant, just there because of the pain, the things we've gone through, the things we've seen, um, the the questions of like why, right? Because even though we've had our contracts to come to Earth, it's okay to ask that question like why? Why does these people have to suffer? Why do we have to go through this? Why do they have to go through this? So it's okay. So with this meditation, we're going to release old templates, old programs. What that's going to do is going to support your heart to continue to shift and align, to hold all of your manifestations and hold all of the newness, things that you've never even seen are coming. So this is going to help hold that, carry that, embody that. Okay, so one of the templates I released during this container and my heart space was that love is hard. Love is connected to hardness, harshness, hard. Like love is just freaking hard. Like that's just the way it is. That's the way it's supposed to be. And so I was drinking that belief up. Okay. So any of those thoughts, words, statements might come up during this meditation. It may or may not, because this is just a very simple taste, like just a little clearing. So you might get words, statements that you've been saying to yourself that somebody else told you throughout your lifetime. And it could even be words that don't make sense to you in this lifetime because it could be connected to a past lifetime. So any words, any statements that pop up during this meditation is connected to like the old template, old pattern, old lifetime, old trauma, old pain, old grief. And so it's going to clear that. It's going to help bring it up so we can, this blue rose flame. So it's going to be a fire flame, just like a red flame, like turning on a bonfire, except the flame is going to be blue. So what that's going to do is going to specifically be connected with Goddess Mary. Okay, so that's all. That's what it is. So when I talk about that in the meditation, just so you know. Okay. Make sure I say everything before the meditation. So sometimes we can only go as far as our hearts are willing. So as far as your heart is willing to feel. So sometimes our hearts can't feel so much goodness because it hasn't felt that in a long time. And so we will only go so far before, so it feels like you're stuck on a wall. You're hitting a wall. You're hitting a wall. Okay. And so this is what's going to help with that, to clear out that wall. So you can go beyond and get and feel, because it's all about feeling. And if you can't feel it, then your manifestations are going to be really hard to come by. They're not going to be able to stay in this container. Okay. And you want them to stay. Okay. You don't want to have just one good day, right? You want it to be continual. All right. So you can begin to get yourself in a comfy position. And we're going to begin with some breathing just to prepare our bodies. So you can begin to breathe. We're going to do a breath work of, you're going to breathe in through your nose for about 6 seconds. You're just going to breathe through your nose for 6 seconds or 6 count. Then you're going to hold for 3. And then you're going to release through your nose for 6. Okay, so 6, 3, 6. Breathe in through your nose. 6. So this is like a really long breath. So you don't even have to count. You could just be like, breathe in, breathe in, breathe in, breathe in, breathe in. Hold for 3, release again until it's completely out, but through your nose. So in through your nose and out through your nose. In through your nose for 3. Release through your nose. And do that a few times. They don't have to be perfect, but you're just going to breathe it in through the nose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold for 3. 3, release. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're going to do that a few more times. And when you feel nice and relaxed, I want you to begin to see a fire burning. Okay, this fire is burning, but the flame is blue. This could be a small fire, it can be a huge fire, but this is fire is burning in front of you, a blue flame. And this flame is in the shape of a rose. The shape of a rose, a blue rose. And in this flame, words begin to appear. These could be words or statements, but they are coming and going rather fast. And as these words and statements begin to appear in this blue flame, they instantly are burned in this blue flame. It could be a word, a statement. Words could be words that perhaps have been living inside of your heart for some time. Sometimes it's just one word. Sometimes it's just the feeling that you're feeling throughout your body, a sensation. You may be feeling the sensation of irritability, the sensation of frustration, sadness, anger, disgust. It's sometimes it's that. It's not a word in the blue flame, but it is a sensation on your body. That could be as well something that's been there in your heart. You may feel just tired of Earth's experience, tired of the pain that is done here on this earth. Perhaps it's grief of the lifetimes you've incarnated here, and you are just ready to go home. Continue to see this blue flame shaped in a rose burning in front of you. And it's keeping you nice and warm, and you can listen to the crackle and sizzle of the blue flame. And it's so comforting, peaceful, safe, calm. Now I'm going to begin to cover you in this healing blue rose flame. So this flame embodies all around your aura, your body. But you yourself, you are laying on top of a blue rose. So you're totally safe. You can feel the petals underneath your body. They are soft and comfortable and gentle. And you may even feel like letting out a sigh of relief. Knowing that you are safe, protected, and loved. You may even feel like spreading out your arms because you feel so safe as you lay on this soft, gentle blue rose. You may even feel the blue rose petals underneath your fingertips as you gently caress. And I want you to welcome in love. And as you are laying on this blue rose, surrounded by this blue flame, this is love in its purest form. This love is a blue flame that is completely surrounding your aura and your body. Now begin to feel this blue flame getting closer and closer to you, to your heart. It becomes a smaller form, and it is right in front of your heart. It desires to come into your heart, but only if you are ready. You can choose to open up the door of your heart and allow this beautiful, radiant blue rose flame to enter. Remember that this blue rose flame is connected to Goddess Mary. She holds the purest heart light. She comes to help us when our hearts may be blocked, when we cannot absorb love to the highest capacity. And she is here with her blue flame to gently touch and shine this pure love and light within our hearts. And if you are ready, you may open up this door of your heart and allow this blue flame to radiate all inside of your heart. You may feel your heart tingly, pressure. Take some breaths. And if you are choosing this blue rose flame to begin to clear grief, trauma, sorrow from this lifetime, from past lifetimes, or just because of humanity, the pain of humanity, you may say, I receive, I receive, I receive. And just allow yourself to receive it. It may feel like cold water. It may feel like an ocean running in through the door of your heart, clearing, comforting, expanding your heart space and container so that your heart may hold the goodness, so that your heart may hold the purest form of love to its highest capacity. The hearts of humans have endured so much pain, so much grief. And then this blue rose flame, this ocean of love, brings a reminder that in the midst of the pain, in the midst of the human trauma on this earth, love in its purest and highest form still exists. And today, flows and burns and rushes into your heart space and container and expands. May even feel like a stretching, perhaps even after and in the days after, you may feel a little stretching, a little pressure. You may feel emotions. Again, you may feel emotions of frustration, anger, sadness. All of those are okay. The blue flame has cleared, and sometimes it brings revealment what's under that. So it's okay. And just allow your body to hold and hold this flame as long as you want. And then when you are ready, you can say, I receive, I receive, I receive. We say that again. And just hold that in you. Like allow your heart to hold that, to hold the purest, highest form of love right now. Your heart is holding that right now. You feel again your heart feeling expanding, expansion, expansion. You can take a deep breath. You may even begin to see, or you can visualize, blue breath. So you're breathing, take a deep breath, release it, breathe in a blue light or a blue flame, and breathe it out. So it's almost like a circular motion. The blue flame, the blue light is going in through your nose, you're breathing it in, and then releasing it out through your breath, through your mouth, and then it's circular motion back into through your nose, out through your mouth. And this blue flame, this blue light is just circular motion. It's coming up from your heart space into your mouth, and you're breathing it out, breathing it in. And this is the blue rose flame. We just want to thank Goddess Mary for being the master of love and allowing us to hold and expand this heart space and this heart container to full capacity so that we may receive, receive, receive. And for the next couple of days, just begin to say and repeat, I receive, almost as if, and as in an affirmation, I receive, just I receive. And you can fill that in with something, but you can just say, I receive. Today, I receive. Today, I receive. Waking up in the morning, today, I receive. Tonight, I receive. This month, I receive. This year, I receive. I receive. Taste that. I receive. And let that, just hold that there. Hold that. I receive. So yummy. And when you are ready, you can begin to come back. Wiggle your toes. Wiggle your fingers. That was just a short meditation to expand and stabilize our heart capacity. Yeah, very short, but I felt my heart feel so tingly or weird, like stretching or something. I don't know.
Thank you for that. That was amazing. I actually cried during the whole meditation.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's
Thank you, Mandy.
Thank you so
That was
much.
beautiful.
Yeah, I know. It just feels almost like a warm, like a comfort, like a just, it just feels so good. I love it. It's so calming too, super calming. Like I have felt like even before I hopped on here, I felt so, I was like, God, it just feels so calm, like calm. And I think that it has to do as well with sometimes our beliefs can be, for me, I think I can say this personally, like love, it can be chaotic. Love can be stressful. Love is like just like too much. Love is just too much. Like there's just too much involved. And so knowing that like this is love, just calmness, just ease, just being. Like there's nothing I have to do. There's nothing that like it's just like being in this energy of love is so
It's
comforting.
amazing.
Yes. I thank y'all so much for being here. Thank you all for everyone who is watching the replay. And um, yeah, we'll see you next time. If you don't have anything else to say, I can't remember what we were saying at the beginning, but train of thought. Right, we were just
Right?
going.
I know we were saying such good things, and now my brain is like mush after that.
Right, it feels so good. Like golly, it feels so good.
Exactly.
I do remember something that you said though at the beginning was like it's sad that we've had to be like taught. But what I think is so amazing though is like that there's these priestesses and goddesses and ascended masters and spirit guides and angels and all of that. Um, it's like they're here to assist us and they're here because they're on the other side. And like I feel that perhaps we've been on the other side before. Perhaps we were, there and then we chose to come here. And perhaps they've been on this side before and now they're on that side. And one thing I think about is like they're assisting us. And when our process is done and we're on the other side and one of them or somebody that we're connected with is on this side, we're going to be assisting them. So it's like we're just all like assisting each other.
Yeah. Law of oneness, right?
Yes. And so it's like it is sad that we have to learn it. And then in a sense though, they're like, well, that's why we're here. You didn't come here alone. Like we're gonna assist you. And I think it's really good that, we learn these activations and stuff like that because you continue to do them. You can do them as many times and just like call on, if you feel like your heart is oh gosh, it feels like it's to its capacity, then you can call in, like, let me call in Goddess Mary, like, help me to expand my heart so that I can just receive because receiving is so loving. But a lot of times, especially for me coming from religious background, I believed that it was about giving. Like I had to give, like receiving was okay, but like I couldn't even it was hard for me to receive, but it was really easy for me to give. Like, oh, I could give my time, I could give my money, I could give, to church and to God and to people, but to receive, it was like, you got to be last because the first will be last, the last will be first. That scripture in the Bible. And so
You know, with the cult that I was in, that I was raised in, it very much like I don't know, like our the leader that we had, my father, he came up like with like his own like characters. Like there would always be like all these characters about like spirits and entities that were like on the other side, and we had to abide by them and things like that. And when I decided not to believe in that stuff anymore and I decided to go on my own spiritual journey, I was scared to death because I was like, I had my own sense of spirituality. I had, this belief that there were these specific entities which were just characters that my father had made up. I really thought that those things were on the other side, and it was comforting to me. But like when I decided to, go on my own spiritual journey and disregard all of that, it was like I was terrified because I was like, is there nobody on the other side for me? Like I had no idea. Like, do I even have a spirit team? Like, I mean, like, what does that even look like? And then I ended up finding out through my own spiritual journey that I actually had a whole freaking team of like entities, and like it's like amazing. And I was like, what the heck is this? I was like, that is incredible. So it's like now, like I don't feel anything about it, but it's just crazy because it's like it was almost like they were like, we've always been here. Even like when you didn't believe in us and you didn't know that we were there, we were always there. And like now we're here like to help you now that you've come out of the programming that you were in. And it's like you were saying, the whole we're assisting, all of us are assisting each other. It's a beautiful thing. It really
Yeah, that's what we're here for. We're guiding each other home. And so I hope that this meditation helps with holding your manifestations, not only creating because we're worthy, but receiving it and holding it because our hearts are able to receive all of that goodness, all of that love, all of the manifestations. So thank you so much for sharing that, Nicole. And thank you, Ryan, and all those on the replay. I appreciate y'all. So receive, receive, receive.
Steve, thank you so much, Mandy.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you. Nice meeting you, Nicole.
Nice meeting you.
I've got a
Bye,
baby going to
guys.
sleep here. Quiet.
Bye.
Bye-bye.